Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name's Kate. Today I am doing a book tag. This one is the This or That romance book tag. I have recently started reading more romance. By more romance meaning books leaning towards more romantic inclinations. So I just said I'm not the biggest romance person. I have mentioned it, but I am a fan of just like if it's not romance in another genre, if it's just romance, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't like fantasy romance. I don't like sci-fi romance, but I do like just a genuine good romance when they're done well. I have found myself reading some good romance books. My favorite so far being Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I love that. That was so good. So I thought I would do this romance tag. As someone who doesn't read a ton of romance, my opinions about romance. Alright, number 1 is cliffhanger or happily ever after. I think when I'm going into a romance book, I want a happy ending. A specifically romance book, because I don't read fantasy romance. I don't read sci-fi romance. I'm wanting to go into this feeling good. Just feeling happy by the end of it. So I think for specifically romance, I'd rather have happily ever after, unless it's a series and like there's something going on. Like, we'll get to this, but angst, I'm here for. A lot of times, I'm here for the angst. Number 2, hardcover or paperback. I really don't have a opinion about whether or not I like hardback or paperback. A lot of my romance, I do have a good mix of both, I feel like, because I do buy Book of the Month romances that I am recommended, or like just a lot of people are reading and are saying they're good. So I do buy Book of the Month. But I have found that I've picked up some like big names. I was about to call them big boy romances. So like The Hating Game. I have The Hating Game, which I have yet to read. I have, I think, Book Lovers on there. Not Book Lovers. What's the one? Book Lovers is the most recent one. What is the first one that the one before The Honeymooners? I can't think. I have that. And I just have several like Book of the Month. So I don't have a preference, a good floppyback, but romances don't tend to be good floppybacks because they tend to not be big enough to be a good floppyback. But I do not have a preference, really. Angsty or cute. I love good angst. One of my favorite things in books, I think I could really get into like Mafia romances, but it's like kidnapping stories. Not like actual, like real life fictional characters. That's something that I eat up anytime that shows up in a book or fan fiction, mainly fan fiction. But that's just something I eat up, and I just love angst, but I also like cute. But angst, give me like real life things. I think Mafia romance is something that I could potentially really get into. Have not read any Mafia romances, so. Number 4, emotional or romcom. I think I'd rather go the romcom route of just being cute and fun kind of deal, because I like, which doesn't really make sense, I like angst, but like, emotional makes me think that like it's going to destroy me in a way. I like angst that end happily. So that's what I want. Book talk or bookstagram. I've been using book talk a lot more. I don't necessarily scroll Instagram for book recommendations. I've been getting to like book drama that's been happening on Book Talk, and that's what I've been watching a lot of. Like the Bookish Box. Some tea going on there. Hot, fresh tea. Number 6, people or object covers. I don't have a preference, but I guess people. I think most of my romances have people on the covers, so I guess like people. The only one I think really is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I think that's her name. Or their name. That's a couple, dude. That's like 2 people writing that, I think. Number 7, new release or backlist. I tend to do backlist because I tend to see what people like and if they like these books. So they do tend to end up being backlist for me. I don't read a lot of new releases when it comes to romance. Number 8, TBR free fall. Just kind of like whenever I'm in the mood to read a romance. I don't generally create whole TBRs around reading romance. It just kind of happen when I feel like reading a cute romance. Number 9, open door or fade to black. I guess that's about sex. I think I'd rather have open door because, like, give me it. I want to read it. Give it to me, I guess. Yeah. Number 10, audiobook or physical book. I think I'd rather read physical books. Audiobooks tend to be, for me, I can't focus on audiobooks, but if I'm physically reading a book, or if I'm reading Kindle, just like my eyes are reading words, I can focus on it. But if I'm listening to it, I have a harder time of focusing on them. I tend to only read audiobooks if I'm in the car, and have less distractions besides driving and listening to the audiobook. So, 11, Kindle or nah? Kindle or nah? Kindle or NaH? I use a Kindle. Yeah. I think Kindle's great, to be honest. Kindle Unlimited? I don't have Kindle Unlimited. I know it's great, but, like, I don't have it. Yeah, I think Kindle's great. Number 12, buddy read or fly solo. I tend to fly solo. I don't do a lot of buddy reads. The buddy reads I do have are Rick Riordan, so that's not exactly romance. It's not romance. It's fantasy. Middle grade. Number 13, small town or dark romance. I think I'd rather go with a small town romance because I'm from a small town. But I haven't actually read, like, dark romances. I tend to not lean towards dark romance. But if I'm, like, I think I could like Mafia romance. Is Mafia romance dark romance? Like, automatically a dark romance because it's Mafia? Or is it like dark romance in the sense of potentially being abusive kind of romance? Or like taboo romance? Because I'm not exactly here for that. But I don't know. Number 14, alpha or sweetheart hero? Depends. There's a lot of... There was a hot moment where I got this app that was like supernatural romance, because I read something on Facebook and I was like, oh, I kind of want to continue reading that. Alphas tend to have some very problematic alpha romances tend to have very problematic kind of things about them, so I think I would rather lean towards small or sweetheart hero. Yeah. Number 15, multiple books or one at a time? Tend to be one at a time, but I do read multiple books at once. I don't typically read more than one romance. Because, again, I just don't read a ton of romance. Maybe that'll change. Who knows? Number 16, baddie or damsel in distress? You already heard my little spiel about liking a kidnapping plot. So damsel in distress. But I'm also here for baddies. But, like, I also like a kidnapping plot line in a story. I don't know why. And number 17, slow burn or insta love? Ooh, slow burn. I think I like a slow build up to what they are to a couple, because it's more realistic, I think. I think a slow burn. Yeah, I'm gonna go with slow burn. That has been the This or That Romance Book Tag. If you have any opinions about romance books, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the YouTube things. Go be a good cabbage today. Do something kind for someone, even if that is for yourself, because self-care is important. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.